check-in is right over here on the second floor. And then there's a sign over here. And you wait for this elevator because this is the only elevator that goes to California Grill.
15th floor. You show a little sign up here.
Goes to the 15th floor. Immediately get off, you see all of these wines. No regular drink menu.
No, we're just waiting on the cocktails.
Yes. There's a Christmas tree right next to us.
You're right near the doors to go watch the front.
Doors right over there, so that way you can go outside over there. There's doors on the other side as well. So here are some of the signature cocktails. I'm getting the blueberry lemon drop martini, and then I think maybe I'll get that blackberry sour next after. There's ciders and stuff, but other than that, this whole bucket's wines. It's a huge buck.
And I'm getting the San Francisco Mai Tai.
He's getting the San Francisco Mai Tai. He made a list on his phone, so he knows what he wants next.
That's so I don't have to get the menu back.
So here's the blueberry lemon drop sour martini. And Alex got
San
the
Francisco Mai Tai.
San Francisco Mai Tai.
It's very strong. Dark rum.
Festive.
I like it.
Yeah?
So far, so good here, I would say. I think our waiter's on the same wavelength as us.
Yes, he's recommended
go over
everything
what
we're
you got?
getting.
What did you end up getting?
I got the oak-fired filet of beef.
And then I ended up getting the jumbo.
And Alex got the jumbo scallops.
So we'll show you what those look like. We're going to do a review at the end. We'll give you an overall review just so we're not interrupting everybody around us. But really great in here. We really enjoy it every time, so stay tuned.
So here's what they bring you out. It is a sourdough bread. And that is the combination they bring you out.
And that comes out.
Tomatoes, chives. It comes out in a whole thing that was already broken. So yeah, keep you updated. So we have switched drinks. I now have a blackberry sour. And Alex has my blueberry lemon
These are now both mine.
martini. No, it's not. He's jealous because he likes my drink again.
You pick your drinks?
Yeah. So here's my filet of beef. And it comes with mac and cheese. And Alex's jumbo scallops. That looks good.
So I think, as you can tell, I think dinner went pretty well. Your mac and cheese is the only thing left.
I can't eat anymore.
My rice is the only thing left. All of my scallops are all gone. Jumbo scallops have been all eaten. Very good. Like I said, final review coming up, but we'll end with dessert. We'll give you an idea of what that looks like, and then we'll give final review at the end.
So here's the dessert menu. And there's coffees and all of these teas. I am, as of right now, planning on getting one. And then on the next page, we have dessert wines and ports and cordials and cognac and a bunch of different things. Well, peppermint creme brulee, most important thing on this menu. So my tea has come. I got Eros. It's a black tea with sweet mandarin afterhints, and it's a loose leaf tea. And I also have honey over there.
One thing that you guys have to keep in mind is if you do eat at California Grill anytime during the day, you can also keep your receipt, show it to the front desk, and then they'll also light you up here on the little balcony area. So while we're here, we're chilling right here waiting for the fireworks, so it's definitely worthwhile to do. We're at dinner here still, but I figured I'd show you where the castle is. Castle's off in the distance, really nice view.
From there is the peppermint creme brulee. Giving it a spin.
Yeah, so all angles.
Well, that's the best angle. But yeah, we're gonna eat it. We'll tell you how it is later. Alex in the final bite.
Alright, so thank you so much for watching. As you can tell, this was our little quick preview or showing into California Grill for the dinner that we had there. We felt a little awkward going over the review in depth of every single meal that we had, given that that is one of the nicer restaurants in Walt Disney World. along with Victoria and Albert's. So that's kind of why we did it a little differently this time than what we normally do. But it gave you an idea of what the food was, what the drinks were, and also kind of the ambiance, and also what your view is like of the castle during the show as well, which was pretty awesome that we were able to stay till the fireworks show happened as well, happily ever after. But aside from that, we'll start with drinks. Drinks are fantastic there, I think.
Yeah.
I had a really good time trying to pick out whatever ones I wanted. I had about 2 or 3. Really enjoyed them. 3.
You had 3.
Yeah, I had 3.
You had...
Really enjoyed them. So I started out with a Mai Tai, San Francisco Mai Tai.
Yes.
Went over to
a
your
blueberry lemon drop set.
And then I ended
Martini.
with the...
blueberry sour. No, blackberry sour.
Blackberry sour, yes. Blackberry sour.
Blueberry was the martini.
They were all really good. I feel like you can't go wrong there. A little on the pricey side. They're all $15, but it is alcohol, so it's to be expected. Pretty much the whole drink menu of cocktails is $15 for everything. Just about. How are yours? You
I mean,
I
got the
we pretty much went in different order.
Lemon drop martini, and then the blackberry sour, and then back to the martini.
Yeah, so it was really good. Those are good, so I would highly recommend any of those. Our waiter was also really good in recommending
he was really good.
We asked him what he recommended, and we already had an idea, and he was perfect on both food and drink. So as for food, he recommended, and we both already had in mind, the jumbo scallops, and what did you end up getting?
The oak-fired filet of beef.
So those were his 2 suggestions, and we already had that in mind. We already were 99% sure we were going to get those, so that was awesome. Jumbo scallops were really good. One thing I will say, a lot of those dishes are meant to be eaten together. Like my jumbo scallops, the rice on its own is not really great, but when you pair it with the scallops itself, it's a really good dish. I really enjoyed it. I'm a big seafood person, so that was really enjoyable for me. And they were dragon carrots, which I've never had before, but they were actually really good. So that's what I had on my plate. They were dragon carrots. Never heard of it before, but it is a thing.
Mine was simpler.
Yeah, yours was a lot
Mine
simpler.
was steak, onions, spinach, and mac and cheese.
And how was it?
Delicious.
Aside from that, I would say rating on the food and drinks. Drinks, I give it 10.
The food that we've mentioned so far?
Yeah, drinks, I give it 10. So the drinks there are 10 across the board.
Yeah.
Food itself, I give like a 9, 9.5. It was good, but I feel like you can't give it a 10 because it's not like I ate my entire plate. Once I ran out of scallops, I stopped eating the rice. So once again, 9, 9.5 for me.
I'd give it a 10. I only stopped eating because I was starting to fill up.
Okay, so different experience there.
Yes.
And then aside from that, we had dessert as well. We love the creme brulee there. It was peppermint creme brulee.
Yes.
It's fantastic every time we go.
And the little sparkly red
chocolate.
The spiral things, chocolate.
It was awesome.
That's
a cute touch as well. I feel like even when you're celebrating, they put this little confetti on your table. So they have these cute things for people celebrating as well. So
and then to go with dessert, I got tea. I got the Arrows tea.
And it comes in its own little kind of compressed pot.
And it's a loose leaf tea, and like they ask you if you want honey or sweetener or
and
milk.
they give you like a whole mini jar of honey, which is awesome. And I ended up with Kahlua.
Yes.
I just wanted something to go with it. That was
I got tea.
Lighter that tasted like coffee, so that worked out well. But overall, really good experience. I feel like 2 out of 3 of our waiters when we've gone have been fantastic.
Oh my God.
Usually the service there is fantastic. The guy that we had was awesome.
He was hilarious.
He was funny as well. Very good suggestions. Exactly what we were thinking. If you have reservations early or you have reservations that aren't going to span past 9 or 10 o'clock when the fireworks are happening, you can bring your receipt back. We would suggest to get there probably like a half hour, 20 minutes early, because what happens is there's a huge line back up. Me and Ashley have experienced this as well when we were just trying to get up there for our reservations at 9. There's a huge backup because everybody was waiting to get up there to watch them. And then you go out on that balcony area that I brought you guys to.
There's 2 sides.
There's 2 sides. So we were on the left-hand side. We were right closer to there. There's also a right side balcony as well. It'll bring you a little bit closer to the castle. Probably also have a little better view of the fireworks.
But that other one is usually less crowded.
Yeah, so I would say about 7:05 is probably the earliest that you might be able to get by with the fireworks, depending on the speed of service. I mean, ours wasn't slow either by any means, I would say. It's just... It worked out well.
Oh, and the bread.
In the bread, yes.
Sorry.
So we did start with bread. We don't usually rate bread.
Sourdough.
It was good, the sourdough. They have the little olive oil with some
tomatoes,
fresh tomatoes
sea salt, fresh herbs.
So that's good as well. Ashley
delicious.
really liked that. I like it as well. But overall, and then it was all decorated. As you can tell, there's a Christmas tree right next to us with some nice twinkling lights. I would say fantastic place. One of our favorite restaurants that we've been to in Disney World. Now, we haven't been everywhere, so I'm not going to say it's the best restaurant in Disney World because we don't know that for a fact because we haven't been everywhere yet. But it's definitely a must-do for both of us. We hope you share that same sentiment, or that if you haven't tried it out, you think about it. Now, it is something you have to save up for because it was very expensive. That's one thing to keep in mind. Even with My Tables in Wonderland, is very expensive. You can probably get about 2 meals, so 2 dinner meals in Disney for the price of California Grill. Which, when you think about it with the dining plan, California Grill is going to cost you 2 dinners each person there as well. So that kind of makes sense. The pricing there is very expensive, but I would say it's well worth trying out once. It's something to splurge on if you find something on the menu that you like. If you want to go out, have a drink or two, you can do that as well. And the dessert, as we mentioned, is really good. Overall, give California Grill a 9.5 out of 10.
I'd give it a 10.
You can give it a 10 out of 10. Like I said, one of our favorite spots. Can't give it a 10 out of 10 because I think that would mean that everything is perfect, in my opinion. And it's very close. Very close, but it's not there, in my opinion. But let us know if there's any other suggestions you have for restaurants. I think we're thinking of some for maybe this weekend or maybe after the new year as well, because Christmas is coming up and that's very close. Let us know below if you have any suggestions, anything you want to see for a restaurant, whether it be for breakfast, dinner, lunch. We can check it out, even if it's just a quick service. We don't mind doing the quick services as well. It doesn't have to be a sit down. It can be a quick service location as well, because we really enjoyed Tule Canteen when we tried that.
Oh, I love it there.
So if there's one that you haven't seen, you want to see again, or you want to get an idea of what we think about it, leave it below. We'd be happy to check it out. Maybe this weekend, latest after the new year, early January. But thanks so much for watching, guys. As always, I'm Alex.
I'm Ashley.
And this is Disney's Party of Two.